Are you thinking of buying a new car? Do you want to know which one is better for you, electric or gas? In this video, we will compare the two types of vehicles and help you make the best decision. Stay tuned and find out. Hello and welcome to Electric Bike and Car, the channel where we talk about everything related to electric vehicles. In this video, we are going to compare internal combustion engines and electric vehicles and see which one is better for you. Internal combustion engines are the traditional type of engines that use gasoline or diesel as fuel to ignite a mixture of air and fuel inside a cylinder. This creates a powerful explosion that pushes a piston and rotates a crankshaft, which then drives the wheels of the vehicle. Electric vehicles, on the other hand, use electric motors that are powered by batteries to rotate the wheels. Electric motors have fewer moving parts than ICEs and do not produce any harmful emissions. So, which one is better for you? Well, that depends on several factors, such as cost, performance, maintenance, and environmental impact. Let's look at each of these factors in detail. Cost. One of the main barriers to the adoption of EVs is their higher upfront cost compared to ICE vehicles. EVs have higher manufacturing costs due to the expensive batteries and electric components. However, EVs also have lower operational costs, such as paying for electricity instead of gas, and lower maintenance costs as they do not require oil changes, spark plugs, fuel filters, or timing belts. According to a report by Arthur D. Little in 2016, the total cost of ownership of a compact EV was 44% higher than that of a compact ICE vehicle over a 20-year lifetime. However, a more recent study by Car and Driver magazine in 2021 showed that the price difference has decreased significantly, with some EVs being only slightly more expensive or even cheaper than their ICE counterparts. The price gap is expected to narrow further as battery technology improves and mass production increases. Performance. Another factor to consider is the performance of EVs versus ICEs. ICE vehicles may have higher top speeds and longer ranges than EVs, but EVs have higher torque and faster acceleration. Torque is the rotational force that determines how quickly a vehicle can start moving or change speed. EVs have instant torque, as they do not need to rev up their engines or shift gears like ICE vehicles do. This means that EVs can outperform ICE vehicles in terms of 0 to 60 miles per hour times and overtaking maneuvers. For example, the Tesla Model S can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.99 seconds, while the fastest ICE car in the world, the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, takes 2.4 seconds. However, ICE vehicles still have an advantage in terms of range and refueling time. EVs have limited battery capacity and need to recharge at charging stations, which can take anywhere from 15 minutes to several hours depending on the type of charger and battery. ICE vehicles can travel longer distances on a single tank of gas and refill in minutes at any gas station. Maintenance. Another factor to consider is the maintenance of EVs versus ICEs. As mentioned earlier, EVs have fewer moving parts than ICEs and do not require oil changes, spark plugs, fuel filters, or timing belts. This means that EVs have lower maintenance costs and fewer chances of mechanical failures. However, EVs still need to replace some parts such as brake pads, tires, windshield wipers, air filters, and battery coolant. The most expensive part to replace in an EV is the battery itself, which can degrade over time and lose its capacity and performance. The lifespan of an EV battery depends on several factors such as usage patterns, charging habits, climate conditions, and battery chemistry. Some manufacturers offer warranties for their batteries for up to 8 years or 100,000 miles, but some may charge extra fees for battery replacement or disposal. Environmental impact. The last factor to consider is the environmental impact of EVs versus ICEs. EVs are widely considered to be more eco-friendly than ICE vehicles because they do not emit any harmful emissions into the atmosphere while driving. However, this does not mean that EVs are completely carbon neutral or pollution-free. EVs still have an environmental impact during their production and disposal stages, as well as during their charging process. The production of EV batteries requires a lot of energy and raw materials such as lithium, cobalt, nickel, and manganese, which can have negative effects on the environment and human rights in some regions where they are mined. The disposal of EV batteries also poses a challenge for recycling or disposing of them safely without causing environmental damage or health risks. The charging process of EVs also depends on the source of electricity that is used to power them. If the electricity comes from renewable sources such as solar, wind, or hydro, then the emissions are minimal or zero. However, if the electricity comes from fossil fuels such as coal, oil, or natural gas, then the emissions are still significant and may offset the benefits of driving an EV. Therefore, the environmental impact of EVs varies depending on the location and the energy mix of each country or region. So, which one is better for you? EV or ICE? The answer is not so simple, as it depends on your personal preferences, budget, driving habits, and environmental awareness. Both types of vehicles have their pros and cons, and both are evolving and improving over time. Ultimately, the choice is yours. We hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos about electric vehicles. Thank you for watching and see you next time.